I think I'm a little bit in a bubble because a lot of my close friends are really big anime fans. So it's kind of like I feel like I don't know what other people are recommending. Hey guys, welcome to the channel. It's your boy Tuffy. It's just another day in paradise. I don't know why, but it feels like it's been a little bit of time since I've recorded a video, even though I think it was literally a week ago. But I have been very busy. So yeah, here we are. Thanks for watching. Today I'm going to talk about the best anime to recommend for first-time watchers. Let's go. I searched on Google and I also searched on Reddit for some first-time anime watchers recommendations, and I came up with this list here. Number 1, Demon Slayer. This one is a little bit of a mixed bag for me. I think off the bat, if somebody was just starting out watching anime and they told me, I want to try out Demon Slayer, I'd say, go for it. I think it's a great choice. I think my caveat with it is just that it is a little bit slow paced for the first 2 parts of it. So I'd say like the first 24 episodes. They have a really nice gradual build, but it does take quite some time for the nitty gritty to really sink in. Also, some of the characters might be a little bit of a, let's call it an annoyance at first. But if you can kind of look past the fact that they're young adults who are trying to survive in a demon-infested world, and they're dealing with extreme struggles and pain, then yeah, I mean, I think you can take their side and get to understand them and really grow with them. Number 2, Hunter x Hunter. Oh boy. I personally give it a thumbs up. The benefits of it, I think that you're gonna get introduced into the idea of shonen. You're gonna understand that sort of protagonist journey of acquiring new powers, a lot of cool action sequences, really, really interesting characters, and just a nice world building that happens slowly over time. I think the pace of Hunter x Hunter is good and digestible, and I think that it has a lot to offer. My caveats with recommending Hunter x Hunter is that it's not completed. So please, I want Hunter x Hunter to finish. And secondly, the anime stopped at Chimera Ant arc. Despite that, I still think it's a great show to watch. Just such iconic characters, iconic moments, really intense emotional impacts for me. Number 3, Frieren. I think Frieren is a fantastic first anime for somebody. It has an amazing soundtrack. The art style and the animation is flawless. It has everything that you'd want in a really well-balanced anime. I think that the protagonist is a really strong character and somebody that you can relate to immediately. Secondly, I think that the side characters really keep you engaged and invested. They don't just throw everything out on the table within the first 2 episodes. No, they really give you a little bit of the character in one side of them and let you grow with them over time. Big thumbs up for Frieren.
Flawless victory.
Number 4, Naruto, or any of the big 3. I think the big 3 are quite different in terms of how to really appreciate them and watch them. They all have different episode counts, and so they're ones that you can really decide on your own if you want to invest that much time into them. That aside, I think even just watching a few seasons of any of the big 3 is worth your time. So if you've never watched anime seriously, then watching any of the big 3 is a big thumbs up for me. Personally, I would say Naruto is my first recommendation amongst the big 3. The reason being, within the first 24 episodes, most of the world is shown in front of you, and the sort of character development and the emotional grounding of the world is set. You don't have to watch 100 episodes to really understand a lot of the side characters or know where they're kind of headed. I like how Naruto is paced. I like how the world building and the fighting and the characters are built up. So yes, big three, I think they're totally worth giving a shot if you've never watched anime. Oh boy, number 5, Death Note. Okay, my personal take is that Death Note is a solid first watch for anybody who wants to get into anime. However, I think that the person that you're recommending it to needs to be taken into consideration. It is not something I would recommend to a first-time anime watcher. If you look on Google or Reddit or anywhere, a lot of people recommend Death Note as a first watch. At the center of Death Note is the question of justice. And I think that's something that anybody can get invested into and interested in terms of a story. There are a lot of morally gray elements and decisions that the protagonists make, and it kind of portrays a very dark light on anime and also the fandom. Watch it with a trailer in mind or some kind of synopsis that you've read about it first. Besides that, I think Death Note is a great anime. I just wouldn't recommend it to everybody. Number 6, Neon Genesis Evangelion. Alright, listen. Most of the time, I'm going to tell people you need to watch NGE. However, for your first anime, I think Neon Genesis Evangelion is a very hard pill to swallow. I think that the psychological, the gore, the dark elements of family trauma are very, very heavy. Amidst the backdrop of this sci-fi world and the mecha, it's just a little bit much for someone to first start with it. Now, I will say, if you absolutely love psychological drama and thrillers, even maybe horror, in terms of film and books, then you'll probably really like NGE. As a first anime though, man, that's tough for me to recommend, but yeah, it's great. So I'd give it kind of like a half thumbs up. Similar to Death Note, I think that it's not for everybody for a first anime, but I do think it's great. Number 7, a little bit of a palate cleanser, Spy Family. I think Spy Family is a really good first anime. So, big thumbs up. It's got a lot of great things in it in terms of action, slice of life, sort of nuclear family comedy. I really think that everything about the anime is just perfectly done. The animation's beautiful, the characters are so lovable, the situations are hilarious. I mean, yeah, it's such a good comfort anime to watch, and I definitely recommend it as a first anime to anybody. All right, back to the darkness. Number 8, Tokyo Ghoul. So here's the thing. I think Tokyo Ghoul is often recommended to people as a first anime. And while I think that there is a lot of merit to that, because it does have a lot of great characters and action sequences, it has a little bit more gore than I would recommend to every single person watching anime for the first time. Don't get me wrong, the season finale for Tokyo Ghoul Season 1 is peak. But as a first time anime, I'd say 50% of people will like it, 50% of people will not like it. I say, hey, if you've never watched it, watch a trailer, read a synopsis, buckle your seatbelt, and get ready to watch Toka-chan run. No, I'm just kidding. It is really cool, and I definitely recommend it to a lot of people as a first anime, but I'd say 50-50. Number 9, Attack on Titan. I personally think that Attack on Titan may be the best anime to first watch if you've never watched anime. It's probably top 5 at least. So why I like Attack on Titan as a first anime is because the animation style, the writing, and the art style all work really well together to sort of create this hyper-realistic looking anime that's believable from the jump. It's very detail-oriented, and it really draws you in if you've never watched anime before. To the naked eye, Attack on Titan feels like a action-packed thriller, but there's a very deep philosophical story happening underneath all of that. And that's what draws you in, and that's what keeps you into the show. So it's worth an investment from episode 1 to the end. It's quite a ride, and there's quite a bit of episodes, so just be mindful of that. Number 10, my personal favorite anime to recommend to somebody who's never watched anime, it's gotta be Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. I know that a lot of people say it's like the best anime ever. I know that a lot of people really love it, but I think it's a really great story with really strong characters, really well thought out pacing, and man, the writing just gets me. It touches on themes of morality, grief, politics, socioeconomic status, and war. So there's a lot to talk about, there's a lot to watch, there's a lot to absorb, and it's well worth the investment. Think about what you would recommend to a friend and drop it in the comments below. I know that my viewers are anime fans and manga fans, and I just want to know what people are recommending to their friends who have never watched anime. Let me know what you guys think about my list. I think I'm a little bit in a bubble because a lot of my close friends are really big anime fans, so it's kind of like I feel like I don't know what other people are recommending. Some notable mentions that I didn't say: Cowboy Bebop, One Punch Man, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and Soul Eater. I think that those 4 could easily be recommended as a first anime. I guess part of me feels like the first 10 are some of the more pop culturally relevant ones that are recommended today, at least based on my searches. I'll make another video one day about this exact topic, and yeah, thanks so much, guys. It's Tuffy. Peace out.